So I was having a conversation with someone yesterday, and we were just talking about, I would say, opportunities, moments of impact, divine alignment, just all of those good, luscious things that we love. And I was saying, like, how sometimes living life here on this earth, we get so caught up in problems and turmoil and just emotions and people and places and things, all the nouns. We get caught up in lifing that we don't abundantly live, and we allow a lot of things to weigh us down. Yes. And God can be trying to send us ways out all the time. God is trying to help us. God is guiding us. We have so many angels and spirit guides who are literally nudging us and so many giving us so many nudges to move towards a certain direction, or to pivot, or to take this path, or to do that, or to listen to that person, or to let go of those friends, or to do that. We're always being helped all the time. And if you don't pay attention, you can miss it. If you are overly consumed in, I'll call it illusions, like problems are illusions and also real. This is what I mean by that. To face adversity is very real. Whether you choose to worry, stress, and be discombobulated about something, that's the illusion. That's you allowing that thing to control you, to consume you, to overtake you. And because you were created a winner, to be a winner, to win, I don't see why we stress about a lot of things. Now I'm saying this, but I've also have been there. In this moment, I have a deep revelation, hence me sharing. And I want to share something that I drew up by me explaining it to someone last night, and maybe a better aid in what I'm saying. This is you. A beautiful mustard seed. When you're born, when you come into this earthly realm, that's who you are. This pure, loving, kind, just mustard seed plucked from God's abundant garden. A soul of God release, a breath of air, a life sent to aid and change and help the world. That is you. And say you grow up in a not so beautiful environment. Home life was kind of rough, and maybe your mom was abusive, maybe your dad wasn't really there. So now you're facing rejection. Now this right here creates an idea. It's a recurring thought. It's a seed planted, a weed actually. It creates an ideology. It creates a belief. It creates a boundary. It creates a border. It creates, you get it, a limiting belief. And so it could start as rejection. So you feel rejected from your dad. Your mom may be abusive or really doesn't raise you for real. So now you have didn't get the proper nutrients. You didn't get the proper nurturing. So school life is kind of you're struggling. You're getting bullied. So in return, you start to bully people. So now socially, you become awkward. Can barely participate in class. Don't know what to do. Like you can barely even pay attention to what's going on, because maybe on the inside you're really extremely brilliant, but you don't know your brilliance. You don't know that you need one-on-one time to learn something. So the teacher just doesn't give you any mind, or writes you off, or say that, you know, you're slow, or to say that you're unteachable, or to say that I can't teach you or I can't help you. So now you feeling rejected, neglected, abandoned, lost, confused, alone. So it's like, well, dang, my mama didn't water and nurture my seeds. My daddy wasn't there to nurture or water my seeds. My teacher didn't water or nurture my seeds. I didn't find my spark. I didn't find my thing. I don't know what my thing is. So what am I supposed to do? Okay. So now you graduate barely from high school, and you go out into the world, and they say you're supposed to get a job because, you know, you're an adult now. You have to make money. But you really don't know what your skills are. So you just go get any old job that somebody tells you to get. Somebody says this is a good job and it's going to help you reach your destiny, reach your purpose. So you just like, I don't really know what that is, but okay, I'm going to take it. And so you go work at a job. And so now you done been at this job 10, 15, 20 years, gathering all these different types of information, working on a boss, them telling you what to do, how to do, when to do it, where to go, how to be, how you're supposed to show up in the world, how you're not supposed to show up in the world, dictating every single area of your life, and you're not even realizing it because you don't know your power. You don't know your power. You don't know how powerful you don't know. You don't know. So you spend all your life slaving away at some job, working for somebody else, helping them to fund whatever their vision is in life, helping them to reach whatever their goal is in life. And you don't even know what your own goals or dreams are yet. You don't know. So here we go. A couple of things could happen. Oh, Lord. Sometimes life builds up, and then this becomes our life. Still in there is that beautiful pure mustard seed, but this is all the woes and cares of life stacked against it, up against it. So you like, okay, so this is life. There's a moment of impact. It's always a moment where you kind of get fed up. You realize the jobs you're working at ain't really what it's cracked up to be. You start to realize some truths about life, about living, about yourself. Maybe you start to ask questions like, I ain't really grow up religious, so I don't know too much about religion. I know that, you know, there's spirituality and all that kind of stuff. So what is that? What is that? Who is this God person, or what is living abundantly in life? What is this good, amazing things that happen to people? Like, why does stuff happen to people that's good? And what is a good person? Like, do good things happen to good people? Do bad things happen to bad people? Do bad things happen to good people? Do good things happen to bad people? Like, what is it? Like, what is life? I have so many questions, so many answers. I need help. So then usually this happens. A moment of impact. A moment of impact happens where God sends help. Your angel sends help. Your guide sends help. The universe, the creator, divine, spirit, what your ancestors, whatever you choose to call it, that's your business and your right. Yeah. There's a moment of impact. There is a moment of impact when a light is so powerful that it pierces through all of these layers to get to this beautiful mustard seed, you. It pierces through all of these illusions. It pierces through all of these cycles. It pierces through all of these fear, doubt, neglect, abandonment, rejection, guilt, shame, hurt, worry, stress, pain, anxiety, dyslexia, PTSD, addictions. It pierces through all of those layers of debris because this light is so strong and so powerful that it illuminates anything that is not real. This is a moment of impact, y'all. It is a path. This is a true divine alignment thank you, God. This is the opportunity for true growth and ascension. The only thing standing between you and all of this freedom out here is the choice and the step. So the choice is your faith and the step is your work. Are you going to walk through it? 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 Next thing you know, you in a good old divine alignment, baby. Oftentimes, this walkthrough, it takes faith, it takes trust, it takes courage, because even though you got this light done pierced through to your mustard seed, the pureness and rawness of who you are, you're still surrounded by all this stuff. So you're still surrounded by darkness. You're still surrounded by troubles. You're still surrounded by all this stuff. It's just that now that you got this light, all of this stuff does not consume you, but it's still after you, because this stuff likes having company. All of this stuff, it likes having company. It don't want you to be free. No. So it's going to do everything that it can to try to hold on and grab you. And there's been times where you may have this moment of impact and you start walking, but I don't know, this seems like company, so you get caught up again. You're like, oh snap. Then another moment will happen. And you start walking. You're like, okay, I'm good. But then that abandonment issue come up, and so man, you get scared and start walking again. Man, cut you off here. So okay, another opportunity to come up, and you walking. There go that fear, there go that doubt. You almost out there, but it got you. So it takes strength, it takes courage, y'all, to walk this thing all the way through. It takes patience. It takes an immense amount of love. It takes all the peace that you can cultivate. It takes willpower, self-control. It takes holding on to the vision. It takes holding on to this moment of impact. It takes following that pathway, following those steps. It takes remaining in the light. To walk this walk, you gotta move when that light marker hit. Move just like that, y'all, so that you don't get lost again, so that you don't get buried again, so that you don't fall for the okie doke of these tricks and schemes, these distractions again. Because all these things right here are loops. It keeps you going in the same cycle, same place. That moment of impact is your way out. Being depressed, brokenhearted, feeling neglected, rejected, that's not your portion. Lack is not your portion. Poverty is not your portion. Suffering is not your portion. Going without is not your portion. You are abundant. You don't have to ask God for abundance. You are abundant. You were created abundantly. You were created with great and excellent hands. That means if your creator is great and you are a product, a reflection, a mirrored physical manifestation of your creator, that means you are God. You are great. You are God's greatest creation, period. So if God trusts the lilies and favors all the beautiful flowers and make them beautiful and luscious and just wonderful, and God created all of these beautiful things, and then God created you and said that you were the best thing, the greatest thing that God has ever created, what makes you think that your portion is not greatly abundant? That is the truth that we forgot. That is the truth that some didn't know. For me, I forgot it, then I remembered it, then I forgot it, then I remembered it, then I felt I didn't know anymore. I was like, I don't know. Then the moment of impact happened for me, and I was like, oh, I remember this. I remember childlike innocence. I remember trusting with no borders. I remember the ease of life and living. I remember the flow and the fluidity. I remember flying. You were born to fly, to soar, to dream, and then to live out those dreams out loud in reality. You were created to experience heaven on earth, to manifest heaven on earth, to bring heaven on earth, to be heaven on earth, and to see it every single day. But you got to see it in yourself first. It don't happen out here until it happens within you. Because if you just living out, looking at the things out here, then it's like your life, you'll be looking at all of those things. And you would think that all of those things are supposed to be your portion. You would think that all of those things are yours. You would think that all of those things it's supposed to be this way. And that this is the final life that I have to live. And that's not true. That's not true. You don't have to be addicted to anything that hurts you. You don't have to be addicted to anything that distracts you. You don't have to be addicted to anything that holds you back. Let go of those false idols. The false idols of beliefs. The false idols of wicked and dark and dense energy. The false idol of substances and self-abuse and allowing others to abuse you. The false idols of places we frequent that always end up in chaos or some sort of rough or bad situation. The false idol of loops and repetitive patterns that does not aid in your growth, ascension, and development. Abundance is your portion. Get back to your mustard seed. Find your way back home within yourself, within the kingdom. And then tell everybody.